Hey my Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope you guys have had a good weekend. I'm hoping you guys have a good start to the week. This is going to be Taurus and Libra kissing in a tree, or sitting, sorry. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. One more time, Taurus and Libra sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Let's see what we got going on for y'all. This is a 9-card spread. We do 3 for recent past, 3 for current, and 3 for future energy. A reminder, I do my cards straight up. So we'll do 2 for overall and 3 for guidance from the universe. So let's get cracking and see what we got going on for Taurus and Libra for the rest of June and all of July. So looking at the 9 of Wands as your overall energy, and then the 9 of Cups. I promise the 9 of Cups will make himself known when it's time. So it seems like a lot of you Tauruses are up here in your head, just blowing it out. I get it though. I totally get it. So let's see what we got for the recent past. The Queen of Cups, the Death card, and the World card. For your current energy, 10 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. Future energy, the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. All right, so let's see what we got going on, Taurus, with you and your Libra. So like I said, with your overall energy being the 9 of Wands, and I get it now, y'all are up in your heads. Y'all are seriously up in your heads because whatever's going on with your relationship right now is kind of iffy. So from your recent past with the Queen of Cups, it seems like the relationship with the Libra started off sweet and calm and everybody was happy and no real problems, but with this Death card, I don't know, a lot of you just started getting some anxiety about the relationship. And Taurus, I don't feel like this is you, I feel like this is Libra. And they may have well been going through some changes. It's resonating back, people with kids may have had some changes go on with their child support, or maybe the way in which they take care of their children. So maybe they were doing half-time and now they're doing full-time, or maybe they were doing full-time and they're doing half-time, that whole co-parenting thing. At any rate, it was a big change for the Libra. But at the end of this, you got the World card, which is kind of telling me that something's not done, or something was not completed. Seems like a lot of Tauruses with their Libras were, and this is not going to resonate with everybody, so let me back that up. I'm saying a lot of Tauruses. In that, I mean, whoever this is resonating with. You may have felt like it was, the relationship was probably where it was going to be, and it just didn't feel like you were going. And a lot of Tauruses have been dealing with this start and stop, in and out, up and down energy in all relationships, not just with Libra. But the World card sitting next to the Death card is telling me it's like something stopped because of whatever Libra was going through, and then it started again, and there was some confusion. I'm hearing that and I'm feeling that. And again, with this being your overall energy with the 9 of Wands, I can imagine why you feel that way, because it just feels like things just kind of got blown out of proportion, and it doesn't feel like there was any real resolution to the situation. With the 10 of Cups in the current position, I feel like somebody has left the family unit. So again, we're going back to whatever's going on with Libra. Kids may be graduating, but this feels younger. So I'm feeling like this is smaller kids maybe moving in or moving out of the home, which has caused some disruption. Taurus, for you, your centerpiece and challenge card, the 2 of Wands, and this is about having to remake what you already have. This is not the Ace, it's not the 10, it's not the 9, it's the 2. And it's about trying to, the energy that's coming back, it's usually about going back to the drawing board and starting over. This is the same, except you're starting over. Then this is your challenge, starting over within this relationship with whatever new changes have occurred. And it feels like it's got a lot to do with kids. It doesn't feel like you are real happy about this, Taurus, which again kind of brings us back to this. Yeah, and here's your 9 of Cups. So this is what this is telling me. This is not going to be a permanent situation. This is with the kids, the family, and it's not just about victory and success, but it's the emotional wear and tear that I feel like a lot of you will probably be going through on 2 sides of something. There you go. There's 1, there's 2. And Taurus, this is you just kind of stuck in the middle. But there's going to be, this is not going to be a permanent thing, whatever it is. Not what the time is, whether it's 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 hours, I don't know. But it's not going to be a forever thing. It's just going to require that you go here. You're going to just have to fine tune what you're doing. You know, especially if you're bringing kids into the house, you're going to have to just get on the schedule, buckle down, and do whatever. If you love your Libra, Taurus, this shouldn't be a big problem. I can imagine it would probably be more of an inconvenience and a pain in the ass than anything, but it just feels like something you've got to go through with this relationship if you wanted to keep it going. This is kind of part and parcel. Kids come with the part and the parcel, and it just looks like this is the time right now for Libra to kind of step up and do whatever it is that they need to do. At the end of all of this, with your current energy, some of you are feeling like you need to take a break, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, especially mentally. This is an air card, definitely Libra energy, Gemini and Aquarius. You may need to take a short break, both you and a Libra, and just pull back before you jump head in. It may be that you just need to get everything situated, and before anything actually happens, take a break. Or after everybody gets settled, moved in, moved out, however that's resonating with you. Again, taking a break. It's important that you do this because with this being your overall energy towards, you need a break. You need a break. You cannot burn your brain out on both ends and just figure everything is going to be good. It is not. Future energy, talking about the sacrifices that you make for love. This is one of them things, dealing with kids. And it feels like at some point in the near future, this conversation is going to come up with you and your Libra Taurus about how you feel about dealing with this situation. There may be some apologies coming and some other stuff. But this is really, and this is a major card. So along with the Death in the World card, this has got major implications. For some of you, it may either deepen your bond with your Libra, or some of you may be in the back of your head thinking, you know what, I can't do this. I need to be gone. And it's not that you're leaving, but you may be contemplating that, Taurus. You may well be contemplating this is too much for you. You can't deal with it. You don't want to deal with it. However it's resonating with you, but this is really talking about the sacrifice and the implications of what you're doing, what your commitment is. With the Knight of Cups sitting right next to this, some of you may be feeling like the situation you got into was too good to be true, and now you're realizing it ain't all that it was cracked up to be. And this is specifically for Taurus. Emotionally, this may feel like not what you signed up for, and that you just you got into something and you kind of got blindsided. And that's exactly how this energy feels. Like you got blindsided with a whole bunch of shit, Taurus, and now you are responsible for chipping in, helping take care of whatever, just because you are. And this is going to resonate more for Tauruses and Libras that have been together for a while, married, living together, however that goes, male or female, whatever the energy is. But you are feeling, and you will be feeling in the future, like maybe this whole thing was just too good to be true, and now you're beginning to see some of the darker side of dealing with this particular relationship, which the darker side being that you got to carry the responsibility for someone else for a minute. With the Knight of Swords here, don't get caught into making decisions to keep the peace, Taurus. And this is Libra, this is air energy. What I'm saying is, I'm going to throw this back to you, Taurus. Don't get caught up in making decisions to keep the peace. I have a strong feeling your Libra may be doing just that, because that's kind of how they are. They like to have things on an even keel, and they like to bring balance, thus the scales, to everything. So they may be making decisions to keep the peace, Taurus. I'm telling you, there are no decisions to be made to keep any kind of peace, because if you don't express how you feel, then you're going to wind up dealing with a bunch of bullshit. And because you are so loyal, Taurus, and sometimes it's hard to say no, especially to someone that you love and care about, please do not fall into the trap of just making decisions so everybody will shut up. That's not going to be helpful for you in the long run. Let's see what the universe has for guidance, Taurus, with your Libra, for the rest of June and all of July. Let's see what we got going on here. Let that one pop out. So authority, accelerated motion, and emotional withdrawal, which all makes perfect sense to me. So let me explain. Authority. Taurus, you may not be the authority in this situation. This may be something that's got more to do with your partner and whatever situation they're dealing with. It may not be kids. It may be property. It's something that, though, your Libra is taking temporary responsibility for. And so the authority part, the know-it-all business, this is not you, Taurus. This is Libra. And I would leave that there, because if this is going to be a situation where you get trapped up emotionally, the universe is just clearly telling you, this ain't your shit. This is not your shit right here, Taurus. So do what you can. If this is a situation where you're not even thinking about leaving your partner, do what you can to support them, but let them take the lead on this one. I would not. Universe is telling you don't. Just let them deal with the situation. If you get into it, it's going to become an emotional nightmare, and that's exactly what you don't want to happen. With accelerated motion, and that's in your current energy, whatever you're going to have to go back and redo or readjust or tweak, it'll happen quickly. And the universe is saying that it'll happen quickly, and once it gets done, it'll be done, but and things will slow down once it's done. But getting to this point, and it just feels like something is going on with somebody's ex, and the kids have got to, for a lot of people, I'm feeling this, the kids have just got to come out of this situation, and your situation is the most stable. So that's the accelerated motion. At the end of this, and here we go with the Lover's card about that sacrifice, Taurus. You may be thinking, you might just have to just withdraw emotionally so that your partner can do what they need to do. And this is pretty much what I'm saying. Don't have your emotion. Don't get all caught up in this. And it's here that I feel this with the decision making and about making decisions to keep the peace. You may need to just emotionally withdraw from that whole thing so that things can play out the way they're supposed to. You getting caught up in it or getting involved in it emotionally is not going to help the situation at all. It's going to complicate it. It's going to make it more serious than what it actually needs to be. So with that said, let's see what two cards we can pull for support and encouragement for the universe, or from the universe, I'm sorry. Time for crayons. And cloak yourself in light. And this is true. Maybe, Taurus, outside of whatever responsibilities you have with your partner, it may be time for you to actually go somewhere and take a break. And it may not be a thing where you have to go far away. You just maybe take a day off from work and just kind of retreat and get yourself together and go get your coloring book and color. Hell, and just get your mind out of the space that it's in with trying to plan and strategize and plotting and talking and just do something mindless for a hot second so that you can kind of give your mind a break. To cloak yourself in light, that's exactly what you need to do, especially if you're dealing with a lot of outside people right now. I don't know, for some reason, child protective services is floating up in my head. So maybe some of you are dealing with those types of issues. Just remember, Taurus, to cloak yourself in light so that you're not schlepping around all this heavy energy, this negative energy, and let whatever's going on between your partner and their ex or however that's resonating, let that play out. Not you get involved in any of it, and just cloak yourself in light so that you know you were covered and that you are not taking on somebody else's crap. With that said, Taurus, I love you. I hope you guys have a good week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.